Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. The first society in history whose leaders were neither Attilas nor witch doctors, a society led, dominated, and created by the producers, was the United States of America. When a man attempts to deal with me by force, I answer him by force. Capitalism was the only system in history where wealth was not acquired by looting, but by production, not by force, but by trade, the only system that stood for man's right to his own mind, to his work, to his life, to his happiness, to himself. Capitalism is not the system of the past. It is the system of the future if mankind is to have a future. Virtue is not an end in itself. Virtue is not its own reward or sacrificial fodder for the reward of evil. Life is the reward of virtue, and happiness is the goal and the reward of life. For they have nothing to fight me with, save the brute force of their numbers. I have my mind. There are no little people in America. There are only people equal before the law, yearning to breathe free and wanting to achieve the best within them. It is my eyes which see, and the sight of my eyes grants beauty to the earth. It is futile to fight against, if one does not know what one is fighting for. To achieve, you need thought. There are no contradictions. If you find one, check your premises. And that night we knew that to hold the body of women in our arms is neither ugly nor shameful, but the one ecstasy granted to the race of men. No concept man forms is valid unless he integrates it without contradiction into the sum of his knowledge. The moral cannibalism of all hedonist and altruist doctrines lies in the premise that the happiness of one man necessitates the injury of another. It was the joy of admiration and of one's own ability, growing together. Emotions are not tools of cognition. They tell you nothing about the nature of reality. Faith is the commitment of one's consciousness to beliefs for which one has no sensory evidence or rational proof. A mystic is a man who treats his feelings as tools of cognition. Faith is the equation of feeling with knowledge. A reader has to be concerned only with the end result, unless he chooses to analyze it. He does not have to know by what means that result was achieved, but it is my job to know. He never felt loneliness except when he was happy. I understood that centuries of chains and lashes will not kill the spirit of man nor the sense of truth within him. Art is a selective recreation of reality according to an artist's metaphysical value judgments. The best, most natural dialogue is usually written as if the writer is listening to dictation. You might get stuck on any particular point and have to question yourself, but normally, dialogue writes itself. I cannot be called upon to know a negative or to prove a negative. If there is a God and you prove it, that's fine. But you don't tell me you can't know that there isn't. I would say yes, I know there isn't because I have been given no evidence. Allies never trust each other, but that doesn't spoil their effectiveness. The man who attempts to live for others is a dependent. He is a parasite in motive and makes parasites of those he serves. I am an intransigent atheist, though not a militant one. This means that I am not fighting against religion, I am fighting for reason. You don't build for the way people live, but for the way they should live. I don't write about people as they are, but as they could be and should be. The word which can never die on this earth, for it is the heart of it and the meaning and the glory. The sacred word, ego. Only the man who does not need it is fit to inherit wealth, the man who would make his fortune no matter where he started. Individual rights are the means of subordinating society to moral law. She knew that even pain can be confessed, but to confess happiness is to stand naked, delivered to the witness. Have you noticed that the imbecile always smiles? Man's first frown is the first touch of God on his forehead. The touch of thought. That which is not worth contemplating in life is not worth recreating in art. To discuss evil in a manner implying neutrality is to sanction it. No man can use his brain to think for another. Freedom of association includes the freedom not to associate. A code of values accepted by choice is a code of morality. Civilization is the progress toward a society of privacy. You'd let the whole world perish rather than soil that immaculate self of yours with a single spot of which you have to be ashamed. You know what you are actually in love with? Integrity. The impossible. The clean, consistent, reasonable, self-faithful, the all of one style. Like a work of art. The more you don't have sex, the less you explore the depths of pleasure and passion. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.